say that you work during the day and he works at night and he travels a bit, right? So how does that impact your relationship? Because sometimes you can be two ships passing in the night. My next question was going to be around prioritizing romance. How do you deal with the fact that you guys are on basically on a revolving door schedule type situation? How do you manage that?
As far as romance, every chance we get.
All right.
It's like, sometimes you're tired, you're like, man, just gotta do whatever you gotta do. As far as our schedules, we just try to spend as much time as possible with each other. He is off on certain days, so I work from home on Fridays, so now I really work from home, so it's like I can't, really focus on him because I'm actually working from home even though I'm here. But we do something every day, every weekend, just try to have a little bit of time for one another, especially with our kids' schedules too, putting that in, that makes it a little bit difficult. But I know like everyone says, oh, we have a date night. We don't officially call it a date night, but I mean, at least once or twice a week we get out with one another.
So that's a priority. You make it a point for you guys, just the two of you, to do something.
Because when we're alone together or spend time together, even if we're a group of friends, it's actually very much enjoying. So it's like, okay, something that we like to do. We make sure that we do it.
Okay. So, what about sex? I know you said there's something. Do you prioritize it? How important is it in your relationship? Is it a big deal? Like, I know some people in some relationships you can go an extended period of time without getting it in.
I heard about people like that. No, I mean we don't. There are times just because of schedule or of us physically being tired. It's like, oh, hey,
yeah,
I'll see you in the morning. But we definitely try to make time for that. And it's something like during the day, like sending a text, like, hey, see you later, or wait for, things like that, just to make it more exciting.
Yeah, I have the occasion. I tend to do this a lot, where I'll just send like nasty texts to Ray.
Oh yeah.
Just because,
But
like,
you have to. That's keeping it
it's
alive
keeping
and
things
fun.
exciting, and I'll never forget. This happened like maybe 2 weeks ago. I sent him a text. I won't say what it said, but I sent him a text, and he left work early to come home. And when he got there, my brother was there. My brother was at the house, and he was angry for like the next 3 hours. And I said, well, I mean, I didn't think he was gonna come home just then.
Like, I gotta go. I'm not feeling well.
But yes, I agree. Sometimes those little text messages really do make a difference.
Of course.
It's just,
I like pictures as well. So if I show you a picture of my phone, don't swipe left or right.
Right.
You gotta look at that picture right there.
But I think that's really cool because, I think we do these things when we're dating or courting, as my mom would say, when we're dating, and sometimes they kind of fall by the wayside when you get married, and you put less of a focus on them.
Yeah.
You get so wrapped up in the everyday things that sometimes those types of things can take a backseat. And one of the things that I've seen on social media recently was keep courting or keep dating your spouse just like you did before. Do the things that you did before you got married to keep your marriage. So I like that very much. Now, in 17 years of marriage, I'm assuming that you guys have just like have had the smoothest of roads throughout your...
Hell no. No.
So, as you've had challenges that have come up over the last 17 years, which is amazing. 17 years is a long time. I'm still trying to grasp.
Oh, me too.
How do you approach a difficult situation when you're upset about something and you need to have a conversation and he's upset too, or it may make him upset when you approach this subject with him? How do you do it? Do you strategize it, or do you just say, hey, we need to sit down and talk? How do you approach it?
We do that now, but being married for 17 years, it was not always. We've gotten to a really, really good place now, but I mean, there's plenty of times where the way we argued was not the right way to argue. Now we are truly each other's best friend. So as difficult, as the other person may not want to hear what the other person is saying, we definitely have that conversation. Like, okay, look, I really need to talk to you. And I'll tell that to Glenn. I'm like, hey, can I talk to you? He'd be like, why do you say that? Just start talking. He gets so upset when I say that. I'm like, well, I just want to make sure this is a good time for you, because, there are some things on my mind. With women, I don't know, for me personally, my brain is always rattling. Like, we could be in the car driving, he'd be like, I can hear you thinking from here. Like, what is on your mind? I'm like, no, I'm good. And my thing is, I would always hold things in. So something would bother me, and I would not say anything from like 2-3 weeks. And then I'll bring it to his attention, and he'd be like, I don't even remember, what I did yesterday. You have to tell me. All this time, it's just been festering. And that's one thing. So I have to say it like right away, because then, he don't remember anything. So that's something I had to work on.
So you said that you guys didn't fight the right way.
Oh, no.
So the way I interpret that is, I can only interpret it the way that I know that Ray and I used to fight. We would say mean things to each other. We would, fight in front of Christian. Did you have those types of occasions?
Oh, yeah. I would fight. We would fight in front of the kids. There would be times where the silent treatment. I think the longest we ever went with the silent treatment was like 12 days. And 12 days, even sometimes like before we moved here, at least here we have a little bit more space, but like in New York, our apartment was small. So we're literally passing each other and just not saying anything. With me, I last longer than he could.
Of course.
Because Glenn is a very, what you see is what you get. So if he's upset, he's happy, you know it. Like, he and I could have the biggest argument, and you can come by and be like, hey! You would never know. With him, it's just like...
Yeah, he can't.
What's up? It would just... So, and he would get upset with that. Like, how could you be like that and to be on the phone with someone? I'm like, I'm not arguing with them.
I'm arguing with you.
What am I going to be upset with them for? So that was one thing I had to work on, especially, too, with mean things. You just say things that can really hurt someone's feelings. Yeah. And being that you know that person better than anyone else, you know everything that can hurt them to the core. So that's, I would be like that.
How long did it take for you to recognize that wasn't a good thing?
Well, last week, no, just
no.
It took a while. It took a while because, sometimes you'll get to that point and then you go back to your old ways. I would say maybe within, as far as us having like smooth sailing, honestly, I'm sure it's not going to take everyone, but it took over 10 years.
Wow.
It's a lot. We met at a young age. We had kids, right away in our marriage. So it took us a long time to grow and develop together. But like I said, as of right now, and for some time, we've been really, really good.